People who wear hoodies when it is 100 degrees out. Why? I'm insecure and I prefer being a shapeless blob over having people actually see me. That pretty much sums it up for me. Big fact. Same. Mon's not hot. The girl told me, take off yo jacket. 2 plus 2 is 4 minus 1 is 3 quick maths. The Tingo. SKRRRRRAA. Summary. People with sensory processing issues ASD, SPD, etc. People with poor body image, whether from dysmorphia, dysphoria, or being overweight, underweight. People physically covering up self-harm or psychologically covering up depression. Also sometimes track marks. People feeling unmotivated to wear bras or something more formal. Edit. What I believe we've concluded here is that if you know someone who persistently wears hoodies, sweatshirts, or long-sleeve tees when it's inappropriate for the weather, think about checking in with them to make sure they're okay. The only innocent ASD is still a problem, and they might also need to be checked on because social isolation, comorbidity. One of these reasons is no. 4. Except if it happens regularly. It could be a symptom of depression. Thanks. Because I was too lazy to put on a bra, I'll take the small discomfort of a little underboob sweat over the underwire torture anytime. And let's be honest, if you're walking to the bodega in hoodie to avoid wearing a bra, you probably haven't showered today anyway. So who gives a F? F.A. bra. I said F it one day and stopped wearing them. Even to work. Feels so great. May I also suggest the large scarf technique? It covers the boobs while allowing you to wear short sleeves. I'm insecure about my body. Well, wearing a hoodie in 100 degrees will definitely make you feel hot. 'Cause I fat. I actually do it for the opposite reason, lol. I wear hoodies because I'm scrawny and have noodle arms, so they add bulk. I carry my rat. I am fat too. Aren't you going to sweat like crazy? I know I do, so I definitely can't wear hoodies when the weather is hot. Mosquitoes. They love me. I hate them. One time at summer camp, everyone in my cabin was attacked by mosquitoes overnight, but the camp staff treated us well, taking us to the first aid center instead of our first class for the day, and we got free ice cream. Nowadays I pay for my ice cream with money instead of blood. Yeah man, on the topic of mosquitoes, let's say me and my family would be sitting in the garden, none of them would get sucked from, bitten, and I'd go back and red as F. I did this in high school, and I'm just gonna say it. I saw Anakin doing this in episodes 2 and 3 and thought he looked dope as F. I figured I'd look cool if I did this too. A surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. The correct answer is are prequel memes leaking. NGL, it's usually low self-esteem or confidence issues, or aesthetic fashion purposes, I guess. But I used to wear hoodies every day to hide my body. And I live in Florida. Until I passed out from the heat one day. LMAO. Body dysmorphia must be a lot easier to deal with in cold climates. You can just cover up 99% of the time, although I guess that might stop you ever confronting the problem. I want to know about the people who wear shorts when it's below freezing out. My legs are never cold. My arms freezing beyond belief. AskReddit. They might tell you, because when it is cold outside, I am mostly indoors and most places have the indoor temp too hot for my liking in the winter. I'm one of those people who are always cold. Sometimes I wear 2 sweaters, jacket, 2 pairs of socks and sweatpants under my jeans. I probably have some disease or some S. Have you had your hemoglobin and iron levels checked? It's usually low iron. Simple blood test will tell you. There is a bunch of other side effects of low iron it's worth getting tested. If your iron is low, you'll feel better getting it back up even if you don't feel the effects now. I'd see a doctor about that one. I'm on the Asperger's spectrum. And something about the hood around my head makes my sensory issues much more bearable, and makes me feel safer. Me too, grin, but I prefer to do a 100% cotton sweatshirt and a beanie. Autism. I can't wear a hood at all, personally, or I feel like tearing all the skin on my neck and head off. I don't have Asperger's, but having a hood makes me feel much more relaxed too. My fashion in high school was put a hoodie on and suck it up. Is it 100 degrees? Put a hoodie on and suck it up. Is it minus 30 degrees? Put a hoodie on and suck it up. Word. Too lazy and poor to care about fashion, or what people thought. Sucking it up was what I was good at. Self-harm. Not for a very long time now, but my early teen years I wore the same two hoodies constantly, even when I slept. After reading the question there'd be a lot of troll comments, but this is a factual reason I completely forgot about. One of my good friends when I was 11 to 13 had cut herself to the point that both of her forearms were covered in scars from the elbow down. She always wore long sleeves and shorts in the summer. I'm more tattooed than I'm not. I wear a thin hoodie or long-sleeved shirt fairly often in the summer, especially when driving, because the sun fades the S out of tattoos and I don't always feel like putting on sunscreen. No sense in putting a lot of time and money into well-done tattoos to have them fade. Good point that I've never even considered. Also, thin cotton is in some ways cooler than not wearing anything. Sun protection and cooling effects all in one. The irony here is not lost on me. I can see many people commenting about how they want to hide their bodies or scars and injuries from self-harming. That just breaks my heart. I send my support for all those folks who deal with such troubles. My reason is much less sad, more weird. I have Raynaud's disease, or something similar to it. It causes the arteries in my extremities to constrict too much under exposure to cold or stress, or just whenever they feel like it. I guess it's really random. Most of my family has it, as do my grandparents on my dad's side, so it seems to be genetic. We don't get overheated as easily as most people, and our hands and feet are pretty much always icy cold no matter the day or time. If I'm wearing a hoodie outside and the sun is blazing hot and you could cook an egg on the sidewalk, I'm either legitimately cold or just haven't realized it's hot out there. How else do you expect me to steal the ducks from the park? You don't need to steal them. The elites don't want you to know this, but those ducks are free. You can take them home with you. Bread? Joke's on you. The ducks at the park are free. I have 458 at home. Depression is strange. I live in Texas and I'd still wear a hoodie most of the time going to school even if it was May. You wake up in the morning when it is cooler outside and your room is possibly cold too. The first thing you see is the same hoodie you wear every day since it is easy and comfortable. Then you throw it on real quick and go. Not much thought. Gets regrettable when it is truly hot out, but at the time it just didn't matter to you. Because I don't like to carry a purse but still need pockets for my few things: keys, phone, wallet. Women's clothing is so stupid. The pockets are typically too shallow to fit anything useful. Also, when a dress has pockets and I carry things in them, the items in my pocket hit against my legs when I walk. Hoodies solve these problems. Happy cake day. The worst is when the pockets are a lie. Sun protection is of greater importance than heat protection. Easier to wear a hoodie than apply sunscreen. Most field workers wear a sweatshirt working in the open sun at 100 degrees. I use a long-sleeve linen shirt for the same purpose. They claim it has the same effect as the insulation on your house. Keeps it cool inside when it's hot outside, and vice versa.